What's the most satisfying way you've caught someone stealing your food at work? I work night security at a massive distribution warehouse, pulling 12-hour shifts from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. The job's pretty straightforward. Walk the perimeter, check the loading bays, monitor the cameras, and make sure nobody's breaking in or stealing inventory. But someone kept raiding my packed dinner from the break room fridge, and after 3 weeks straight of finding empty containers, I was getting seriously fed up. See, my wife packs these incredible homemade meals for me every night. We're talking gourmet stuff, Thai pad see ew, Korean bulgogi bowls, Indian biryanis, Mexican street corn salads. She's an amazing cook, and these meals are literally the highlight of my boring night shifts. But every single night around 2 a.m. when I'd go for my dinner break, I'd find my clearly labeled containers either completely empty or missing entirely. Since I'm literally paid to watch cameras and investigate suspicious activity, I decided to actually use those skills on this mystery thief. I repositioned one of our dome cameras to get a better angle on the break room fridge and started recording during my patrol rounds. The warehouse has like 40 cameras, so one extra recording wouldn't be noticed by management. Took exactly 2 days to catch him, Derek from the loading dock crew. This guy worked the evening shift and had access to the break room during his breaks. I watched him on camera, sneaking in around 11 p.m. when most people were focused on their work, opening my containers, and just helping himself like it was his personal meal delivery service. I started paying attention to Derek during shift changes, and I noticed he always bragged to other workers about his amazing homemade meals. He'd pull out his phone and show pictures of elaborate dishes, talking about how he'd been experimenting with different cuisines and perfecting recipes. Guy even posted stuff on Instagram with captions like, "Another successful night in the kitchen, number home cook number, foodie number blessed." Turns out he was just stealing my wife's cooking and pretending he made it himself. This wasn't just theft, this was straight up fraud, taking credit for someone else's hard work and skill. So I made my move. The next day, I had a conversation with my wife about our plan. She made the spiciest Indian curry in her arsenal, the kind with ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers. We're talking about a dish so hot it could strip paint. But I also did something else clever. I created a fake social media post on my personal Instagram showing the curry with a caption, "Wife's trying this insane new ghost pepper curry recipe tonight." I made sure to post it right before my shift started, knowing Derek followed my account. Derek steals it as usual, right on schedule at 11:03 p.m. according to my camera footage. I'm watching on the security monitors as he takes the whole container to his workstation and digs in with a big smile, probably already planning his social media post about his latest culinary creation. 20 minutes later, I hear this chaos from the loading dock area. Then Derek comes running past the security office toward the bathroom, face red as a fire truck, sweating like he'd just run a marathon. I could hear him in there clearly suffering, running water, lots of coughing, probably trying to cool his mouth with wet paper towels. When he finally emerges 30 minutes later, still red-faced and sweating, eyes watering, I'm casually standing right outside the bathroom with my phone ready. "Hey Derek, how'd that curry turn out?" I asked innocently. "You know, the one you posted about making earlier tonight?" I showed him the screenshot I'd taken of his Instagram post, a picture of my wife's curry with his caption claiming he'd just finished perfecting this incredible ghost pepper curry recipe. His face went from red to completely white in about 2 seconds. He knew that I knew. The guilt was written all over his face. "The cameras caught everything, man," I continued, pulling up the footage on my phone. "Wanna see? I've got you on video taking my food at 11:03 p.m., and your post claiming you made it went up at 11:47 p.m. Pretty solid timeline." Derek just stood there, still trying to recover from the spice, realizing he'd been completely caught red-handed with undeniable evidence. He paid for 3 weeks of replacement meals the very next day and never touched my food again.